What if October can be your new January? Everybody started the great lock in of 2025 challenge last month, and you could certainly look ahead and say, you know what, the year is over. I missed the challenge. I'm just going to throw this year away. I'm going to ride it out. But if you're like me, you're saying to yourself, I'll be damned if I let the next 90 days go by and I just throw away the rest of this year and coast into 2026. No, no, no. That is not why you clicked on this video. So I'm so proud of you for doing that. This is all about a mindset shift. This is not about having FOMO. This is not about, oh, woe is me, or damn, I missed the boat. You are exactly where you need to be. Maybe you're like me. This 2025 was so unexpectedly rocky and crazy that I can't even, so much has happened. I mean, there was death around me. I had to take a leave of absence from my job. Just so many things happened that took me out for several months. It really took me out, and I had to go insular. I had to get quiet. I had to go into preservation mode. And I'm just now coming back out. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to let the rest of the year just go by. And again, I know you feel the same way. So the first thing is, what the hell is this great lock-in, right? I'm like, what is all this people running around and going crazy? You know what it's really about? It's about finishing the year strong. That's really what it's about, and it's all simplicity. It's about setting an intention and having micro habits and doing different things to make sure that you hit at least one or two goals before the year is out. And that's really in its simplicity what it's about. So the mindset that I want you to have is the mindset of, I can do it. This year is not a waste. I am built for this, and I could kill it. I could do more in the next 90 days than I did in the past 9 months, because time is on my side and I am built for this moment. So I really want you to go into it with that mindset. So the second thing I really want you to think about is, what do you want to accomplish before the year's end? On this channel, we talk a lot about vision. We talk a lot about goal setting, and we're going to basically take those concepts and go on steroids with that this year, this upcoming year, because without a plan, people fail, right? And so you've got to have a plan in order to map out and have a roadmap for your life, whether that's short-term goals that you're trying to get after or long-term goals that you're trying to get after. So the question that I have for you is, what do you want to accomplish before the end of the year? Is it losing a certain amount of weight or eating healthier? Is it maybe enrolling in a course? Is it, getting your resume and getting yourself ready to apply for a new job? Is it getting yourself relationship ready, where maybe you have been taking classes and going to, all kinds of seminars and workshops, and now you're really ready to pull the trigger and get on the app, or ask that girl out, or ask that guy out? This is really all about looking at what you want to accomplish this last 3 months and going after it. But it's going to take some discipline, right? I mean, if you're like me, I'm a person that, well, and it's true that if you don't have a goal, if you don't have a vision for yourself, you'll find yourself floundering. You'll find yourself doing what other people are doing, and you really won't be doing what you want to do. You'll just be doing what is the flavor of the month. And I really want you to sit back and think about what your vision is for the next 3 months. So I'm going to link a video here that I know that will help you flush that out. If you're wondering, what can I accomplish the next 3 months? It could be something simple as, you know what, I want to finish reading 2 books, or a book a month. Right? I mean, that's an accomplishment, right? That's more books than you probably read all year, right? So look at it as things that are achievable, goals that are right within your reach, that are stretch goals, but they're not goals that are going to blow you out of the water. The goal also that I want you to think about, and the intention that I really want you to set for yourself and be honest about it, right? Is goals or something that you're both willing and able to do. Because sometimes we have the will, we've got the attitude, we've got the gumption. We are like, yes, let's go, but we're not able to do it. Maybe because of capacity, maybe because of financial reasons, maybe because of other resources, maybe because of other circumstances in your life. So you might be willing, but you might not be able. Conversely, you might be able, you might have time on your side, you might have money, you might have the support of your family and your job and your employer, but you just really ain't, you're not willing, you're not motivated, you don't have the motivation. So when you're looking at what you want to accomplish, the next 90 days, and I really say look at accomplishing or going after one or two things so that you don't boil the ocean and overwhelm yourself. And then at the end of the 90 days, you're pissed off and you're like, damn, this was a waste of my time. No, 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 no. Start where you are at. And most of you are starting from the beginning. And that is okay, because this is a time, this is a fresh new season. This is a new time of renewal. I want you to get after it. I want you to identify that goal. For me, it's going to be resetting my eating habits. Most of you know on this channel, and I have tons of videos that are doing quite well. I lost 36 pounds in a year taking Wegovy, right? And I also, changed my lifestyle by working out and eating healthier. But I want to maintain a healthy balance and a healthy lifestyle. I've really got to have a maintenance. So my goal, one of my goals, and I'm actually going to call these micro goals so that they don't feel so large, right? We've all heard of the concept of SMART goals, um, right? Goals that are specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely, right? On this channel, we talk about a different concept called PACT goals. And the PACT goals, PACT, are goals that are process driven, and they're goals and they're steps that you take along the way to achieve your overarching goal. So I say all this to say that when we look at the next 90 days, my friend, when you start thinking about it, and you may have it now, and if you do, come on, let's go. Um, that I want you to think about it as a micro goal, unless you're already in movement or in motion, and maybe you're just picking up where you left off. So, an example is, let's say you started a course earlier this year, right? And then you had to drop out of the course, right, for whatever reason. And you're able to jump back in where you left off with that course and just kind of pick up where you left off with just maybe a little bit of review that you need to do. That's really a phenomenal goal, right? However, if you are starting from scratch and you haven't taken a class and you haven't even enrolled in anything, you want to look at it differently, right? You want to look at, well, maybe the micro goal here around taking a course is I'm going to identify the course. I'm going to identify, where I'm going to take the course. I'm going to identify the method of how I'm going to take the course, whether it's in person or online, or maybe there's a hybrid situation going on. What are the dates for the course? And let me pay for the course. And then if you can, in the next 90 days, start the course. But if you are even able to do all of those steps, my friend, and not start the course until January, you are so much further than you would have been doing nothing, right? So again, give yourself some grace and know that every step along the way, every step is a step forward, and you should be really proud of yourself for making those steps. But let's make sure that you are consistent. One of the things that I'm going to be working on is eating healthier. And if you want to eat healthier, stay with me, because I want to show you a sneak peek into my fridge, some of the things that I'm going to be eating, and then even show you a meal that I made today that is a healthier choice. And it was all made with things in my fridge. So stay with me, hit the like button, and let's dive right in. Stay tuned. Take a look. Okay, y'all, so lock-in week for me begins today. And I want to take you on a tour behind the fridge so you can kind of see some of the things that I eat on a daily basis, as well as be able to see some of the decisions that I'm going to be making with the food choices that I have in the fridge. Now, it's kind of a mashup because I'm staying with my daughter right now. So there's some things in there, and there's some foods in there, there's some items in there that I've already had to say no to while staying here because I know it's not good for me. Let's take a look and see how I'm gonna navigate this. Let's go. Hey y'all, so let's see what's going on up in here. All right, so This is exactly how the refrigerator looks. I didn't do any cleaning. I didn't do any organizing. This is the top half of the fridge. So you'll see that there's a lot of different foods in here. And I'm going to show you in a little bit one of the salads that I made today that's an example of some of the things that I'm going to be. Got some tomatoes that, I hated tomatoes at one point, but I started to like them more and more, especially the better quality that I got. Let's see what's going on up in here. Hold on, y'all. All right, so we got some spinach going on up in here. We got, one of the things I've been doing this week is I've been actually making some tacos, preparing a taco board. So this is some, we've got some lettuce, we've got some tomatoes, some red onion. That was for a meal that I'm gonna show you in just a little bit. And then back here, we've got some lettuce already established back here. And one of the things that we like to do with our lettuce is, so that it doesn't spoil, so that it's fresh when we need it, is we'll put paper towel in between. We'll actually wash it and then put paper towel in between so that it's fresh and that it doesn't get stale, sooner rather than later, right? So we've got that going. So you can see already that I'm pretty much set up for success in terms of salads, or how salads go. There are green beans, but look at the things I'm gonna have to navigate, right? I mean, she's crazy up in here, right? So, I mean, there are things like cinnamon rolls. I can't eat that, y'all. I mean, I would love to eat that, but I can't eat that, right? She's got these little sodas and poppies. I can't be messing with stuff like that. Actually, this isn't so bad because it doesn't have sugar in it, but I don't know what else is going on back there, right? One of the weaknesses that I have, if any, and I'm telling you, it really is hard for me, is cheese. I love cheese. She has Parmesan cheese. She got American cheese. She has, just all kinds of different cheeses in here. And she bought them for me because she knows how much I love cheese, and my daughter is so amazing. But I can't be eating all this cheese. So, what I'll do on a daily basis is I'll have, let's see, what other kind of cheese does she have in here? She has cheddar cheese, right? She's got mozzarella back there. I mean, it's crazy up in here. She has cheese. What is this? Crumbled cheese. I mean, it's insane, right? So, you'll see that the meals that I'm going to be making, and I'll be chronicling the meals that I'll be making, will mainly have a protein. They'll have there'll be a salad base, and then I'm just going to switch up the types of things that I put in my salad. You know what I didn't show y'all? Hold on a second. Let me get deep back here. Because she does a great job. She's the one that keeps the refrigerator neat. I can't. I'm just a mess when it comes to the refrigerator. Here are some leftover chickpeas. So I actually took some chickpeas out of a can and already seasoned them to my liking. So one of the things that's really important is that you don't have to have meat with every meal. You can actually have different types of protein. And one of the other, so that's something to think about, right? The other thing is that baby arugula, I am loving baby arugula in pretty much everything. So that tends to show up in at least one of my salads throughout the day. Okay, what else do we got? So let's put this all back because it's a hot mess. And, I'm probably going to get yelled at because, it's not the way she left it. But, y'all look out for me, all right? Y'all just tell her that I tried, all right? I'm making a video for y'all. I love bok choy, so I'm going to probably make some soup this week with bok choy, green onion, tomatoes, onions. She has other stuff in here as well. So we go pretty deep with all the things that we like to eat. She actually sliced up some cucumbers back here. That's what that is. There's some green pepper. So we always have things readily available. The takeaway here is that it's important for you to be prepared, right? You've got to be prepared for the outcome that you want in order to achieve your goals. Let's take a picture of this freezer. What's in the freezer? See, she got a margarita pizza. That is wrong. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Okay, look at all this craziness, right? My weakness, so I love cheese. I love ice cream and I love dark chocolate. So you ain't never gonna have to worry about me messing with this kind of nonsense. But she got these chocolate bars. Child. Good job. She does eat very healthy herself. So, we've got broccoli and all kinds of, rice, cauliflower. I don't eat rice. I try not to eat it unless I go out because it's just empty carbs, right? So if I am gonna have a carb, I'll try to have potatoes, something that gives my body something back, right? These are soy sausages. And so that's a little bit. I got some black bean burgers that I'm gonna be eating. And so I do proteins too that are not chicken or turkey based. I think when we were in the top half of the fridge, you saw some sliced turkey. I'll eat that. And then I went and bought some chicken meatballs. So I will eat that as well. And then I love me some salmon. So that's a little bit about that. But that's what I'm gonna be getting into. But so let me show you a quick picture of a salad that I made today. That's an example of the types of salads I'm gonna be making throughout the week. So here's a protein-packed lunch that's flavorful, that's economical, and very, very tasteful. So what I did was I made some turkey burgers, took a turkey burger right out of this pan, and I popped it into this little taco board that I made. I took one turkey burger, sliced it in half, and then I added a little bit of Parmesan cheese, some salsa, some vegan mayo, some hot sauce, cut up a little bit of tomato, and then I have some lettuce and a little bit of red onion. I seasoned my turkey burgers with some olive oil, some umami, a little garlic powder, and then at the end, after I cook my turkey burgers, I do add a little bit of vegetable oil just on top of them because sometimes they can dry out, and then and that's because I'm not using a lot of butter, I'm not using a lot of heavy oil. I'm cooking light, I'm cooking airy, but I'm also making sure that my meals are packed with power, packed with flavor, so that they remain interesting, fulfilling, and that I'm able to have a fabulous lunch and I don't feel like I'm missing anything. So, in the comments field below, I want you to profess, I want you to state, I want you to put what are the one or two things that you're going to be working on. We would love to cheer you on. This channel is all about support, and there's so many channels and there's so many different spaces right now in social media where people are tearing each other down. There's so much hateration. There's so much just craziness that people say to one another. That's not how this channel works. We uplift each other and we want to celebrate you. I want to be able to cheer you on the same way that I'm cheering on all the people that are on this weight loss challenge with me and I get at least one or two comments a day. I want to be able to cheer you on with whatever you're going to be working on for the next 90 days. However small you think it isn't. You are in movement. You are in movement, and that is to be celebrated. So let's support each other together. Don't forget to like this video so that it goes further out and that other people know that they did not miss the boat just like us and that they can come along for the ride and finish 2025 strong. Stay tuned for the next video here or here that I'm going to link that's going to help you with goal setting and thinking about what your vision is as you head into the rest of the week. I'll see you next week with an update. Take care. God bless.